Hello guys, this is DLJ Studios and welcome back to my channel. This week I bring you the next episode, covering the next week, which I think we're on like week 9 now, of LEGO Doctor Who Series 3 and behind the scenes on my new LEGO series. This week I know what I'm going to show you, and then there's one possibility that I don't know whether that will happen or not. So first thing, I'm going to show you the rocks that are now completed from last week's episode when I was working on them, but I didn't show them. I'm going to show them, and then I'm going to show the full set. I'm probably going to show something to do with the scenes 4 and 5 that I'd be working on, but that's going to be mostly a background thing. And then if it happens, which I don't know yet, it will depend on my work, but on Sunday, just before this video needs to come up, me and Will do the final few lines that we need to do to complete this episode. If they get completed, then we are so close, meaning that next week we can literally finish all of the scenes. I don't know whether that will happen though. I know it's not the most entertaining thing, especially for a LEGO Doctor Who series, and I'm talking about painting rocks. It's a bit weird. Why is my phone responding? And
you were saying?
I swear I didn't call it or anything, so I don't know why it's done that. So these are all pieces of rock that I've quite literally picked up from the floor and then sort of painted, more so than others, to make them seem like debris. There's only a few of them, to be honest, and they're pretty much going to go together. It looks more like a rockery than an apocalypse, but here's the first one. I haven't done anything to this one. Actually, I think I put a bit of grey on it, to be fair. But it's a nice bit of rubble, I suppose. This is going to be such a dull video if this is what we're starting with. Here we see the next rock. This one has, I thought it had, but it clearly doesn't. Same sort of paint job to it. I didn't paint the bottom. And then you have this one, which is the slightly better one, which is the grey, and then it's got this sort of powder stuff on the top to try and give it a bit of texture. And then there's the big one. This is the main rock. Like they were just little like things that would just fill up bits of background, but this is the true rock. This is quite literally a piece of rock that I took out of my garden, which I believe is some form of cement or compressed mud. I'm really not making this out very well, am I? That has been almost painted in some places, which was purposeful, not like I'm really bad with the brush. And then there was a bit of greenery added onto it. So this is my piece of card that I'm using as the background that will be removed afterwards and turned into what I intend it to be. I don't know if I'm going to do that during this video or not. I imagine I probably will. Right, so I've got all the components now. I'm going to put them all together and I'm going to show you what I've got. There's one thing I'm concerned about when I've built this, right? This line might be a problem, and that's something that I need to figure out how to fix, whether it's to get a piece of card and then stick it over, but then you'd have two bits. Yeah, it's a bit complicated, and I need to try and figure out how to do that. I don't know how. I suppose if it's stuck down well enough to the other piece of paper, then you won't have this issue. So maybe I should try something like that. But the set itself, as I showed last week, is now complete. Fully, the rocks are in, sort of placed around, and that's where the TARDIS is going to land. It's kind of like an apocalypse, well, it's definitely a wasteland. Yeah, but I'm going to take a few pictures, and then I'm going to show you them and see if I have any issues doing this task. It's rather late. It's 11 o'clock, so I should probably keep my voice down because I think my window's open, and that's when my hair is a mess. Well, not a mess, it's like damn. But I just wanted to say I've basically finished scene 4. I shall show you what I've done. Normally, I thought this would take me a few more days to finish, but it turns out it's done quite early. You know, it's 2 minutes 18, and it's only a conversation. So it's quite a long conversation, but I think it's quite a big point in the episode, and that's probably why it is so long. When I was writing it, I really didn't expect it to be this long. Once finished, but you know, I'm rather happy with it. The problem with the conversation is that they are pretty dull, and you can't do many different sort of shots with it, which is a bit of a shame. Especially when you're literally in an alleyway, there is nothing you can do. But I have Audacity, which has the lines, the 2 minutes 18 of them, and then I put them onto the Movie Maker, and then I did start off with like a proper animation sort of video for it, and then I scrap that most of the time. Well, not scrap it, take a lot of it out because I've messed up timings and such, and then I sort of add in stills instead. So this one is a still, and it lasts for 5 seconds, more or less.
There you go, perfect.
So Will came to my house today, luckily, and he was able to complete all of his lines for, and my own lines in fact, for episode 1. It took us over an hour, but here are some of the clips. How is this going to protect me?
Well, we are in an assassin's worst... Okay. Can I read it first?
Yes.
Well, we're in an assassin's worst nightmare. We are in a large open area full of people. This isn't thieves... Oh, this isn't their comfort zone. Okay. Well, we're in an assassin's worst nightmare. We're in a large open area full of people. This isn't their comfort zone. I think they just left that zone. Aaron, run!
Side, surrounded. They yeah. Okay. Doctor. Oh, that's me. I don't know why I'm Australian.
That's not Australian, right? That is not Australian. Do you want the doctor to be Australian?
No, don't make the doctor Australian, please.
Should do that massive bit.
Do your massive paragraph of speaking.
Okay. You're not going to like this, but you've threatened this planet. You have put its people in danger. When I gave you the chance to leave, you returned. Now you're holding my friend hostage. At this point, I think that I'm in perfect place to wipe you off the bottom of my boot. In this box is a controlled pocket version of the sun's energy. The box is holding the sun under control, but releasing the... What? Lid. Okay.
I just can't write. Okay. So a few days later, and I've decided to move my tripod around again, and so I posted the images of the finished green screen on Instagram, and once I did, I got mostly positive responses. Well, I got all positive responses. I don't know why I said mostly. I was recommended to change the grading on it so it looked like it blended better, which makes sense, and I can do that fairly easily. I think, I don't know whether it would look good or not, but I should try and do that probably for the beginning or the end of this vid, mostly the beginning of the next one. A few things that I learned personally was that, one, everything needs to stay really still, everything needs to be lit better, a lot of patience is going to be needed, and to make it simpler for myself, I think that once I imported the picture of the background, I moved it forward because from how it's placed in the final shots, it's actually higher up, because otherwise you wouldn't have seen anything. It would just been sky, and it seems kind of pointless. Alright, so that is the end of this video. All we have to do next week, it's quite a big one to be fair, is to complete the episode. A lot of fun next week, a lot of fun. The week after, I am going to be doing trailers, posters and stuff, and maybe even beginning episode 2. But we will find out, and I'm going a bit further ahead. But next week is the consolidation of episode 1. I won't waste any more of your time, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.